Hello, everyone, and welcome to Obduction. So this is the. Oh shit! Hold on. Uh, I never pulled out my mic from behind the monitor. So okay, there we go. So yeah, welcome everyone to Obduction. This is the most recent game developed by Cyan, the creators of Myst, as a Myst-alike, essentially. This was released in I think 2018, so or 2017, like five some years ago. I think it's a good time, and I'm feeling in the mood for something chill that is going to kind of end the for now at least the Mists and Mist-alike games. So, without further ado, all right, stream, free roam, mail. Okay.
We all lost everything. Everything but our stories. And they shouldn't be forgotten. I was 3. It was April of 1983. Cecil, it was 1870 for you. Sam and Vera, you tell it like it was yesterday, but it's been 62 years since you saw that blast of light. That light. That's where all of our new stories began. It streaked across the sky, mesmerizing, but unnerving. Even in daylight, Joseph, you said it was gloriously bright. But in the twilight, it was spellbinding. Whether it was in the deep woods like Cecil or right outside town like Jane and Jenny, we were drawn to see more. Vera, you said you recall smiling. None of us understood. But, well, we followed. And we all felt some kind of trepidation, and yet attraction. As we approached it, and it approached us. You all remember, there was no turning away. It advanced, almost like purposefully spinning slowly until, well, it found us, each of us. We should tell these stories because it saved us, and there must be.
Abduction. Hello? Anyone? Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix one thing on my end. Be right back. All right. I am back. Welcome to Hunrath.
Hello, bonjour, ciao, hola, hello, shora, ni hao. Welcome to Hunrath. My name is Joseph. I am the mayor here. You are most probably a bit confused and disoriented. But let me reassure you, everything will be fine. You're not the first to go through this experience. The others who have come before you will help you adjust. Follow the trail to the house with the white picket fence. Fali will meet you there and introduce you to your new life here.
Barley's Community Center. Warning. Do not approach anything that even remotely resembles this diagram unless it has been disabled.
Hi, I'm Farley. I guess if you're seeing this, then I wasn't able. Just in case. Welcome. But it's probably not safe here. To be blunt, we're getting ready for a battle. I don't know what you'll find. I just thought I should just be cautious with who you trust. CW may be here. I don't know. Just be careful. I've got to go. See you soon. And don't panic. As jarring as this experience is, you really will find Hunrath to be a decent place.
Okay. Let's head towards that giant red laser. Hold on, let me. What the hell is that thing? So, that looks like a hologram. The tree.
This is the tree. It has been here in Hunrath for as long as anyone can remember. Its health is intimately tied to everything in our little greenhouse. Our cell we live in, our ecosystem. It has provided many surprises over the years, including some interesting seeds that you will learn more about. Many have postulated, yet we really know very little about its origins. But we do know it should be cherished and protected.
Black. Ah. Sorry, got an itch on my hand. Okay. Downtown Hunrath.
We have a healthy, thriving community here, as you can see. Our garden was planted years ago and has supplied plenty of food for many generations. The buildings around town serve multiple purposes, including housing, schooling, and storage. I'm sure you have run across a number of folks already. Many were brought here, like you, and some actually were born here. We all feel we are part of the whole.
It must be so weird being born here and having such like a small world to live in.
Lasted long. You should have been. I thought you'd all been. The devil are you? Lord, Nimble. Now? It's a bad time to be arriving here. You should have listened to me. But I'm going home. Maybe it's good timing for you. You might spend a lot less time in this prison than the rest of us has. Alrighty, maybe it's good timing for me. No more waiting around. I guess I could do it all on my own if I had to, but, well, could speed things up a bit with your help. First off, you should know that this whole place has been battened down for that old Carfin Mofang battle. We gotta get everything unbattened. And I got me a bit of power here, but I'm gonna need it all. If you can concern yourself with that, get all the power lines on it, I'll be working on my devices. Now, let's get the hell out of this place.
He looks like Jonathan Frakes. Okay. Power. Okay, that's locked. This thing. Well, I guess this is the only way I can go up here. Okay. That's a start. I imagine they got to get their power here through hydro. Look at that outside. All right. That's the end of the platform up here. Gotta go back down. Okay, and I can't get back up that way. I'm gonna have to open that door from the other side. Okay. Down here then, I guess.
supplied as a natural process of the system itself, but we don't really understand how, although the entire system is very closely tied together. The fact that one of the most important necessities of life has been provided to us has led many to believe that this place has a purpose. Others attribute a complex natural process which they one day hope to understand. Either way, we are glad to have all the water we need.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so the power is coming to here from yeah, that shadow's distracting. What? Okay. Ah. And then yeah, the water will push it that way. This is a beautiful looking game. Power lines. Down this way. Ah. Okay. Rodeo fuel. Okay. Okay, so it seems like the power is originating. Looks like it's originating from here. Okay. Yeah. So we're here. And I guess. Okay. Okay. Follow the fuel line, I guess. Okay. So that'll turn off. That should stop the fuel drain. Okay. Okay. Fuel. Prime it. Oh, I gotta hold it. Hmm. All right. So. Yes, we've got power to some of the places, it looks like. Which is a start. All right, what's in here? It must have a name. So, doesn't say. Okay, there's the tower, there's the sphere. Fucking cool. Okay, how do I get down? Ah, there's the ramp. Okay, that's locked. So then I go over here. Okay. I think that's Farley's house. Okay. But yeah, I don't have the code. Oh, the inside of the rock is so cool. Okay. Well, let's head back to CW. Hmm. No, nothing over here. Okay, now that I've got power back, I should be able to do something. Okay. Right, can't do that. Let's go back and talk to CW. Mayor's Imager requests entry canyon, Farley's house, center of town, tree, water source, waterfall, membrane, wall cell, question mark, wall tower, locomotive, power generator, scrapyard, garage. Ambassador seed, swap machine functionality. Radius of swap sphere is defined at first swap, immutable. Seeds recharge naturally from ubiquitous ambient membrane power radiation, tied to tree health. Forcing seed open triggers prep behavior, radius demarcation. Small battery added to amplify ambient membrane power, charges continuously. Parabolic focusing of power used to trigger seed swap behavior. Blocking location of swap machines assures predictability. No unanticipated damage. Radius demarcation also occurs at same location in destination sphere. Without a pair seed defining the destination swap location, the destination coordinates match the source. Voila! Swapping on demand. Mofang's solid volume projector. Dimensional projector produces apparently solid apparitions with light, volume, and some sort of simulated mass. Ruko says all projectors will have similar power levels and communications protocols. There appear to be three primary elements. Projector element, beam emission, provides the primary light/energy source. Control arm, some kind of control of the beam in 3 dimensions. Color variable and mass invariable. Communications arm, internal comm signals supplied across gapped projection arms. We'll use 7-volt communications level as a carrier voltage. Varying the voltage around that baseline voltage produces solid like volume boxes in various colors, formed from bottom to top, left to right. The Mofangs have tuned the retrace timing to 30 Hz for us. Mighty kind of them. For a full 3D resolution of approximately 525 by 150 by 150, the converter would be required to adjust the voltage about every 3 nanoseconds. I don't have an abundance of circuitry to build converters running at 333 megahertz. For still projections, rocks, the refresh doesn't matter. The display is persistent unless the voltage varies from 7 volts. I can produce the projection from a still image and set the voltage to 7 to maintain it. Less than 0.8 volts results in clear, open, massless display space. Notes: sound will be handled separately. Some projection noise, slight shimmer from radio interference. Moving image corruption noise toward bottom of projection. Images above projection arm bounds are possible. Checking for potential hidden lethality, Mayor's suggestion. Checks out. Can't find anything destructive. Consistent, spurious, very high frequency background carrier. No idea what that could be. Odd side effect. Projection intersecting any part of cell wall suppresses all transport. Not sure why I tried this. Farley claims it's related to some desire of mine to shoot everything at everything else. CW, please change Farley's lock code to secure the vault. For address backwards should suffice. Regards, Joseph Jansen, Mayor Jansen. Address backwards. Lockdown list, lock tree gate, lock Farley's house, lock lower tower, lock upper tower, lift minecart into workroom, turn on Mofang disabler, shut garage door, pump water from tree roots, turn on imager rocks, close swing bridge, divert river, turn off power, activate the dome disabler. Mofang disabler villain technology, notes from APRAR. Designed to disable anything based on Mofang technology, disables when blue beam / cloud is within about 1.5 feet of any Mofang device element. Elements physically collapse. Reassembly is possible but non-trivial. Eperar assures me that it's not harmful, still not pointing it at my head. Ruko has not been told that the villains provided it.
All right, now move around just a bit.
This is awkward.
Why are you so nervous? This is just a test.
Okay, now what? Okay, that's enough.
Caroline, I swear you are a natural.
Where did you get these anyway? Are the Mofangs just giving you stuff now?
You've been generous of late. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Hey. Battery / capacitor log. Don't reverse plug polarity. New plug. 16609. Work begins on battery. 16689. Power test. No focal panels. 16692. First charging implemented. 16722. 10% charge. Yeah, and it's just a bit. Okay, so we got water. Okay, now. How do I get this down? Okay, let me check. Let me go around and open up Farley's house. Set her address backwards. Six one four 1436 is her address, so 6341 is the code. 6, 3, 4. Welcome. That's a little bit creepy. Or anything on this side?
Here. And I'll go to.
Okay, there is.
Well, I feel like I should say something. We haven't heard from Shavar. So, well, so we assume that Shavar, well, the attack is inevitable. We just don't know when. So, Shavar and her family, and others she trusts, I guess. Well, they'll arrive when they can, without giving, like covertly.
Ugh.
Um, so the plan will happen in spite of our. My God, we're locking down as much as possible here and moving everybody out. CW will stay here, and I'll go to Murray at the last possible moment. Most are gone. There's just a few left here now. The mayor got out early. I don't even know why I'm recording this. It's like somehow we'll live on or something. I guess this has meaning if someone listens, but who? A new one? A new arriver? Oh, God, the kiosk out front. I need to update that message.
One, seed pair. Two, find planets with similar atmospheres. Three, swap. Four, tree from seed. Heart connected, path open when mature. Heart superposition, four species meet. What happens at fruition? Swap where? Home? When? Maybe dead. More seed pairs scattered throughout the universe? Why scattering? Communication, talking with our neighbors. We take communication for granted, even with the varied languages we find here in Hunrath. When we suddenly find ourselves among other intelligent species who don't share our culture, history, DNA, or vocal cords, it requires a huge amount of effort for the beginning of rudimentary chatting. This quick overview will set the stage for what to expect when communicating with our neighbors. Mofang. The Mofang were the first non humans we met. With at least some level of similar physical vocal generating abilities, they picked up human words quickly. This early mimicry resulted in what the species became to be called. Even though they were able to mimic single words and simple phrases, it became evident over the years that huge grammatical differences were not easily overcome. Some have proposed that the difficulty may have arisen because the Mofang insisted on attempting to learn every human language, and as a result were never able to lock onto any consistent grammatical structure. Nevertheless, in spite of the rudimentary sentence construction, it has been very easy to communicate and it has been unnecessary for us to learn their language beyond a few simple phrases and proper names. If you'd like to learn more about communication with the Mofang, please contact Tam. The Villain. The Villain have presented a particular communication challenge. What we can gather, they produce sounds using two large reed-like structures inside opposite sides of their heads. The vibrations generated are channeled to resonance chambers in their skulls. They are combined into a complex low-frequency dual tone. The low-frequency bitonal sounds are not only hard for humans to hear and resolve, but impossible for us to mimic. And the Villain's hearing is also oriented towards low frequency, so they are unable to hear most of the sounds associated with human speech. Therefore, communication with the Villain has relied on technology. They have adapted consoles, which the Villain fluently control with vocalization for use by other species. Over the years, some individuals of other species, including a few humans, have learned to communicate very effectively using this method. Humans have been able to pick out some higher frequency characteristics of certain key Villain words over the years. And although we can't speak to them in a way that the Villains can understand, we are occasionally able to hear and recognize these words when spoken distinctly by a Villain. If you'd like to learn more about communication with the Villain, please contact Vito. The Arai. None of the stages of the Arai morphology have any vocalization apparatus. Because of the obvious synchronization of the barnacle flash and the ability of the pawns to provide for and address the needs of the polyarchs, it was assumed that the species could communicate effectively. It was not until Farley began to spend large amounts of time in the polyarch antechamber that the first clues to this communication became evident. After months of research, Farley began to have limited success with receiving some kind of simple messages that were coming from the polyarchs. It is apparent now that the polyarchs have been attempting to communicate the entire time. They themselves have been experimenting with various channels until they finally got a response from Farley. After this breakthrough, others were able to tune into the polyarchs and and learn to listen. Both the polyarchs and the pawns have a simple organ that can sense human vocal frequency, enabling them to sense simple responses from humans. But over the years, Farley was able to learn to speak to the polyarchs via a related form of extrasensory transmission. If you'd like to learn more about communication with the Arai, please contact Farley. Okay. Okay, species description. Mofang. Through ambassador seeds, the Mofang were the first non-human species humans were introduced to. An Liang was the first to call the alien a Mofang, impressed with their advanced ability to imitate our sounds, movements, and mannerisms. Though they have a name for it themselves, their language is mostly unpronounceable by humans. As a result, and because of their mimicry abilities, communication with the Mofang is primarily accomplished by their learning human languages rather than humans learning to speak Mofang. They have been able to learn almost every human language represented in Hunrath, enough to provide functional, if rudimentary, communication. Mofang basic external morphology is remarkably humanoid, bilateral symmetrical tetrapods, bipedal, head with anterior facial features, mouth, eyes, nostrils. Other external features include minimal body hair and raised dorsal protrusions. Constitution is somewhat frail due apparently to their thin and lightweight internal structure, but internal investigation has not been possible. They have ample cranial space to account for a substantial brain, and their intelligence is impressive as evidenced by their advanced technology. That's a Mofang. Arai. After a certain level of maturity and health of the tree, a passage opened at its base. This passage allowed contact with two additional species. The first contact was with the Arai. First contact revealed the Arai to be large beetle-like insects. We were unable to communicate directly with them in any way, but they appeared to have some rudimentary level of intelligence. It was Loring Toth who first made the journey through the heart to Kaptar and named both the New World and the inhabitants. The Arai have three distinct variants that have come to be referred to as barnacle, beetle, and polyarch. Although their morphology is dramatically different from human, their internal systems, like all of our neighbors, are supported by similar atmospheric composition and basic nutrients. In their barnacle stage, the Arai are completely immobile. The Arai stay in this egg-like development state seemingly indefinitely. In order to hatch, they must be in proximity of a polyarch if fertilized by the beetles after a certain stage of maturity. The beetles are the eyes and ears, hands and feet. With only a minimal nervous system of their own, they are essentially the sensory extensions of the immobile polyarchs. They are able to execute simple commands, but apparently have very little in the way of individual sentience. The Arai polyarchs are the intelligence and consciousness of the species. Although it was obvious that there was intelligence behind the species, it wasn't until Caroline Farley began spending large amounts of time in close proximity that deeper communication began. With a room nearby, Farley was the first to communicate non-verbally and learn much about the species, including some historical information. The Arai species survived in their world while several other sentient species came and went, among them an ancient species who formed a deeper relationship with the Arai, carving temples and dwellings for them in the rocks, and later a more recent species that took over much of their homeworld. This latter species was especially adept at mechanical construction, using it mostly to capture and process large flying creatures, using the beetles as bait. The Villain. The final species to be discovered were the Villain. The Villain had been communicating with the Arai for many years through ambassador seeds, but became part of the larger community very shortly after the Arai. With a large and imposing frame and a form of communication based on a complex multi-voice low-frequency rumble, the initial introductions were intimidating. After several attempts, Amelie Vidal was able to begin some rudimentary communication and began visiting the Villain and Marais, which she named, on a regular basis. She discovered a complex and amazing society that was able to use their technology in unexpected ways. They had the ability to quickly transform their world using extruded structures based on some form of complex miniature substrate material. Unlike the other worlds, the Villain sphere is scooped out of a Villain resettlement group that was preparing to set off into space to find a new homeworld. This was their way of life, to put themselves into stasis and scatter themselves through the stars. As mentioned previously, their appearance is imposing, standing about 9 feet tall with a distinct reptilian resemblance. They have 6 limbs, 2 muscular legs and arms, and a smaller set of arms. They control every aspect of their technology with their vocalizations, but over the years they have created control panels based on their number system that allow other species to easier access elements of their technology. Okay. I shall document the curious events that have transpired with myself, my family, friends, and coworkers. Hartnell was a peaceful mining town founded by my grandfather and nestled within the red rock of the desert in the Arizona Territory. Its 163 inhabitants heard a mighty explosion on the night of June 27, 1903. I sent several workers through the town to verify that the explosion had not caused any injuries or damage to mining equipment. They returned and repeated that it must have been a loud clap of thunder caused by dry lightning. They found no damage. It was not until the light of the next morning that we were amazed to realize something profound had indeed occurred. At some point during that night, our entire mining facility and a large circle of the land around it seemed to have been scooped up and carried off to a completely different place, all without anyone knowing about it. The entire landscape outside of our circle of desert could only be described as alien. Large floating rocks could be seen in the distance. No one had ever seen anything like it anywhere on Earth. We finally explored our new surroundings, hoping to find a way home. No way home was ever found. In fact, we soon discovered what we take for granted now. Not only could we not get back home, we also could not access the landscape outside the desert. Curiously, we discovered that a flow of water was provided from a high point of rock. We discovered a small tree growing in the very center of the circle. Our central tree that is so important to our lives here was just a mere sapling back then. Okay, is this? No, that's nothing. Seed information. Ambassador seeds were first documented about 150 Earth years ago. They occur about once every 400 days if the trees remain healthy. Natural seed swaps occur between pairs of seeds that, we now know, drop simultaneously from healthy trees in paired sphere. When each seed was touched by a species in the sphere, the swap occurred, sending an ambassador from each sphere to the paired sphere. Location of the swap is defined by the location of the pairs of seeds. After the first swap, the seeds recharge quickly, allowing for a quick return. First meetings were intense but naturally short. It was quite a surprise for both the Mofang and us. Over time, the seeds required more time to recharge, producing longer visits between species. Collector seeds. Everyone who arrives is familiar with the collector seeds. The bright light that we were all drawn to right before the event that brought us here is a collector seed. What new arrivers may not be aware of is that these seeds, like all seeds, come in pairs. When the tree drops a collector seed on the ground, it signals that its twin has begun its quest for a new being. That search may take hours or it may take years. When in an appropriate situation, a natural threat of death is found, the seed activates and swaps a smaller but varying sized sphere from Earth or whatever appropriate homeworld here to Hunrath. Hunrath became more populated, we would watch for a newly dropped collector seed, collect it, and place it in the entry canyon area. This allowed us to provide a more predictable entry experience for new arrivers, provide a single area to collect any resources that may have come along with the new arriver. Unlike ambassador seeds and mother seeds, collector seeds do not seem to survive. The inner core is spent, leaving only the lifeless outer husk. Mother seeds, postulated but unverified, first suggested by Alima Hamza, 2232 BH. The notion of mother seeds extrapolates the behavior of the lesser seeds to a superseed. She posited that the process that actually created the paired spheres was similar to all other swaps, but on a much grander scale. The idea was that two seeds from a mother tree were scattered on the galactic winds to find appropriately similar environments. When matches were found, some process was triggered that swapped large portions of landscape between vastly different worlds. Alima further noted that the trees' locations in the center of the sphere suggested that the trees grew from these mother seeds. Because of the similarities, it has been conjectured that reswapping the entire environmental spheres might be possible with a larger scale version of the ambassador seed machine. Okay, can I? Okay. Hmm. The bleeder. That's what it's called. Ah. Okay. Welcome to Hunrath. Please give us a bit of information about you so we can get to know you a little better. Name, date you came from, please use 4-digit year. Where you came from, country and city, circumstance under which you were taken, please note any dangers you noticed. Emptied and filled 12,000 AH, 13,000 AH, 15,000 AH. Samuel Karen, January 2017, Manakana, Kara, Madagascar. I just arrived and was driving my supply truck along the coast south of Mamakara when I recall being washed away and the seed appeared. 15257 AH, male 61. Zeo Regenbogen, 1942, March, Lübeck, Germany. The last thing I recall is a large rumbling while I was hiding in the cellar of a vacant building. I ran toward a bright light in a stairwell. 15841 AH, male 26. Maria Gallego, 1988, Cozumel, Mexico, on my boat in bad storm. 16023 AH, female 46. Jang Quiyu, March of 2042, Portland, United States of America, skiing, Mount Hood. 16717 AH, male 37. Okay. Changes this. All right. So I had my time reading those journal entries. Now back to work. Ah. Okay, so I gotta turn this thing around.
Greatly appreciate your help. This will be complicated, especially for a new arrival like yourself. All right. That tree, the really big, strange one in the middle, well, shoot. It's a central piece that's connected to everything. The cell wall, the dome, them seeds, the root beneath it, all of it. It's one and the same, one connected essence. Sounds like a load of Buddhist malarkey. Farley would bust hearing me spout this. Yeah, I really don't get it. Regardless of what it sounds like, we need all of it to be, well, healthy. All of it. Shoot, I'll spell it out for you. You gotta get down.
Hold on a sec.
To the heart, connect it all back up. Yeah, there's a cable up next to my big battery out there. If you haven't already, can you plug it in for me? It's one less thing for me. It's not the best time to be explaining this stuff. Now, where the jizzy?
Hey, let me lower the volume again. Wait a second. Let me. Okay. Volume's all the way up. Okay, so I gotta head to that tree. Okay. No. Okay, so those rocks are hologram too. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I can go through here. Let me see if I got it. Okay. Open. The crash site. Perils of the Sea. 2 ounces purple mushroom juice, 2 ounces Mare fruit juice, 1 ounce simple syrup, 1 ounce white shine, 1 ounce gold tummy buster. Motang Blast, 1 ounce white shine, half an ounce aged hooch, 3 ounces orange astronaut drink, 1 ounce fire plant juice, then float 1 ounce black hooch, half an ounce hard stuff, splash of grenadine. Arai Thai, half an ounce of coconut hooch, 1.5 ounces spiced shine, 2 ounces Mary fruit juice, 3 ounces fire plant juice, splash of grenadine. Plant type attributes: purple mushrooms, lime taste, hanging flowers, grenadine, fire plant leaves, pineapple taste, Mary fruit, citrus taste. So is there anything really of importance down here aside from a bar? Maybe later. I can always come back. Hey, Cakerins, or however it's pronounced. There's the switch. Okay. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game. It's been a while since I've played it, a few years, but I enjoy Myst games and Myst likes, so I generally stream games that I'm at least confident I'll enjoy. Replay, yeah. I've never streamed it before, so. Ah, okay. It's been a while. I don't remember all the specifics of this game. Okay. So I'm up top here. Those rocks are probably a hologram too. New arrival, inventory check-in, CRT, short hose. Okay, it's just a bunch of stuff. Okay. I'm in the junkyard now. Harley, CW Towers, here, junkyard bucket. Okay, so everywhere should have power now. Yes, everything has power. Are you in trouble? Need help? Call 1555 Help You. We can help you. Kenway, Bill M, and Bail Law offices. Okay. Worksheet. Multi-purpose villain control panel interface. This is the control panel that the villains have supplied for our use. Although they are able to control their systems via vocalizations, they have provided these control panels for other species to have limited access to control. If you have trouble, please find Noah for help. Remember the villain numbering system. Phase 4, drag from one blob to another to form the villain digits. Drag between blobs to disconnect. Standard panel has 5 digits, but single digit panels are also used. Use only first digit to simulate a 1-digit panel, 0 to 3. All panels will autocorrect for invalid entries. Okay, so. Okay. So, okay. So. Okay. So that is 1. And then if I. That's 5. Okay, so. Whoop. Okay. Equals 2. Okay. So. Nine. Okay. Yeah. So if we consider this the center, this surrounding stuff deals with the ones. This is the fives position or the fours. So if I so equals 3. Okay. 18. Okay. Right, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right. So then this. Okay, so we've got 1. We got 4. 16. 64. And then so the one on the left should be 256. Yeah, okay. So then, if I am reading it correctly, this one should be okay. So that is a 1 in the fours place and 2 in the 16s place and a 1 in the 64th place. So 64 plus 32 plus 4 should be 100. Okay, so yay. Okay, I'll do one more. Or maybe 2. Let's try these 2 in the bottom right. So that is a 2 in the ones place plus that's a 3 in the fours place plus 2 in the 16s place. Wait a second. I did that one. Okay. So, this one here. Still got a 2 in the ones place. still have a 3 in the 4's place. We have a 1 in the 16's place. And then a 2 in the 64 place. So 128 plus 16 plus 12 plus 2. So 1. So 158, I think. Okay. So we've got a 2 plus 3 in the 4's place plus 16. And is that the seem correct? Yes, it is. 158. All right. So then the bottom one here, we've got a 0 in the 1's place. We've got 2 in the 4's place. We got 2 in the 16's place. 3 in the 64's place. And 3 in the 256th place. So 8 plus 32 plus 3. Here the 192. And 256 times 3. 1 plus 7. 8. Alright. Okay, so 768 plus 192 plus 32 plus 8. Okay. Alright, so I think that's around 1,000. Okay, so we got a 0 in the 1's place. 2 in the 4's. 2 in the 16's. 3 in 64's. And then 3. Hey, I am right. Okay. Okay. Let's head back up now that the garage is open and everything's powered. Ah, there's the button. This is where I came in. That's right. follow these tracks. Down to here. Okay, so that's where this is gonna end up. Got it. Okay, so redirect this. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. And hop in there, use it to turn myself around. Whee! Oh, yep, that's the correct way. I figured as much. Okay, let's take this back down. And I think I recognized what the thing in Farley's house was. Okay, so that is a villain code, well, number. So, okay, so and I don't think it's quite lined up. There. No. That doesn't work either. Okay. Okay, so let me... Okay, so... Ah, there. Okay. Okay. That doesn't look like a valid thing, but I'll go to the garage and put it in. All right, I can cut through her house. And I think, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, this. I think I may need, before I go off exploring, let me get the number. I'm on top of the wall here. Okay. I'll get back to that. I want to finish Hunrath first. Yeah, that was the location on the map that was connected to that number. Back through here. Yeah, okay. I'm getting turned around. This is the correct way to go. All right. So if I put that in. So if I put this in. All right. So it gives me 406. So that should be the number I need. Okay, now that I've got Farley's house open. Okay. Let me reposition that walkway. Come on. Okay. That's in position now. So I should be able to get across there and lower those stairs. Back through Farley's house. Right. Up this way. Okay, so that's a 6-digit code, and I do not have that yet. Alright, so this is open. Joseph for mayor. Mr. Mayor, at your behest, here's the information pertaining to the Bleeder, its history, and some of the engineering behind it. The Bleeder project was designed and built at the request of Mayor Sims to collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in the entire ecosystem. Mayor Sims was reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition as he and others had become suspicious of Mayor Farley's death. He believed that without knowing more precisely what would happen to the cell wall at fruition, it was ill-advised to allow it to possibly open, thus allowing what might be outside in and what might be inside out. The system has the capacity to throttle all four connected worlds. The idea, as you are well aware, is to suppress the ecosystem power and thus inhibit full maturity of the trees. It was postulated, and since became apparent, that this suppression will keep whatever unknown maturity process from happening and grant us direct control over tree fruition. The rate of dissipation is sensed and regulated automatically. The power is collected through Villain engineered extruded cables that attach directly to the dome membrane. When the maximum power level is exceeded, the dissipation phase is triggered, creating an electrical charge, followed by a discharge into the water. Through electrolysis, an amount of hydrogen and oxygen is generated. We capture some of these elements for our own use, but the great majority is released into our atmosphere. This gassing might be a cause for concern were it not for the ecosystem's ability to filter and maintain our atmosphere at near ideal levels. Excess H and O content and pressure generated by the process is rebalanced quickly by the membrane. And as you know, we discourage swimming when the bleeder is operational. Regards, CW. Okay. Mayors Luther Roscoe, approximately 500 BH to 3 BH. Carl Hunrath, 0 to 1220 AH. John Farley, 1020 AH through 13140 AH. Benjamin Sims, Caroline Farley for 30 days. And then Yosef. Oh, Florida. Seven 125 17 125 AH. Special Council Session 2 discussed final approval of Farley's plan with regard to the imminent attack. Full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Farley says that tunneling is almost complete. Cyan informs us that the Villains just completed their construction and have started testing. Oh, 11. That's Session 11. 17 126 AH. Special Council Session 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to reason for their absence. 17 127 AH. It appears that the council members feel like we're having too many meetings. Since the plans are approved, perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil about his absence, I also inquired about securing the tower area. 17 128 AH. Special Council Session 13. Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house, give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Okay, so first mayor. 17 129 AH. I have decided to bring some of the more important mayor's logs with me for chambering. Specifically, the initial Hunrath log, and then the logs that document history of our conflict with the Mofang. I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historic documents. Okay. 17130 AH. Special Counsel, Session 14. Only Tham attended. He informed me that because of the dire circumstances, the others were either extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussion about the situation. I told him I would suspend the Special Counsel sessions and we would simply meet as the need arose. 17131. I paid a visit to Farley today. I asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. 17135. Spent the last few days collecting documents. I've divided them into two categories: chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect through the years. 17137. With less than a week remaining before chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town hall meetings to try to answer any questions, but the realities of the current situation make it difficult to assuage fears. 17138. Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Javar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 17141, then there is no turning back. There is an odd justice to Farley's plan in that whatever the Mofang bastards sent to kill us will be returned back to them. 17140 AH. Special Counsel Session 15. A special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute: the Mofang weapon illustration, a list of all souls that will be used as a basis for the chambering manifest, and a thorough summary of the battle plans. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Shavar. 17141. Farley tells me that there will be at least one chamber available for historical documents. Any other extra chambers will be loaded with emergency provisions and medications in case either Hunrath or Moray are completely destroyed. No word from Shavar. 17142. No word from Shavar. Death is on our doorstep. Curse the Mofang devils to hell. 17143. I am leaving to be chambered. This journal will remain here to inform any future souls of what our last days were like. Okay. Clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Okay, so Luther Roscoe. And it's a 6-digit code. Can I take this down? No. Right. The cemetery. Okay. Okay, so Luther Roscoe is the grave I am looking for. Carl Hunrath. Oh, wait. Hunrath is the one I'm looking for. Luther. Let me go back and check. The direction of our first mayor. Carl Hunrath. Okay. Let me check the cemetery. Is there anything else? Carl Hunrath. And Luther Roscoe? Nothing. Oh. I don't think I've... Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, so... Sorry, knocked my mic. So, if I'm correct... The code for the door, under the care of our first mayor, it is, I think... Oh, 0 through 10 through 20, which was the date that he stopped being the mayor. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I was distracted. I missed the turnoff I was supposed to take. Up here. Okay. So if this works like a regular old rotary dial, 0, 1, 0, 2, 2, 0. Under the care of our first mayor. Okay, there's something I'm missing. Placed under the care of our first mayor. Okay, there's no path on the other side. Hey, Wait a second. Luther Ross. Under the direction of our first mayor. Is there a statue or a picture of him somewhere? Okay. Hmm. So I can't go through there yet. Oh, wait a second. Down this way. Let me open that up. That may prove useful. The direction of our first mayor. Oh, whoa. That was weird. That was a weird ass glitch. That's not where I want to go. That's what I want. Oh, geez. Since I'm down here by the river, let me see if I can... Okay. Let's see if that does anything for me. That door's locked. Oh, it's a Soviet nuclear sub. Hey, so... Oh, that must be JC's. Or not JC. CW's workshop. Under the care of our first mate. Or under the direction. There's gotta be a code hidden there. Whoops. This way. Clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Florida. So I think that's the clue. Oh! Yeah. Now it's coming back to me. I remember this now. The Florida license plate. Florida. 6A 9415. Huh. Let me take another look in there. I feel like I'm missing something. Mola Cola. Hey. Rhode Island, Colorado. That, yeah. Maybe substitute A for the first letter of for one. There was a license plate in here, wasn't there? Okay, it's Iowa. I'm going to try replacing the A with the 1, which seems like it would be the logical thing to do. Or, or is it 2, like on a traditional phone keypad? I'll try a number of them. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 9, 4, 1, 5. Okay. 6. Ah, shit. Okay, so let me try that again. 6, 0, 9, 4, 1, 5. Okay, let me try one more time. 6, 2, 9, 4, 1, 5. There we go. A goes on the key, 2 key on a traditional phone. On a 9-digit or a 10-digit keypad. Hunrath, Mare, Mofang, Kapdar. I wonder what that's connected. Let's head down anyway. Okay. Okay, the tree's got water. Look at that, it's so cool. Okay, water. Okay, so one tree down. Let's talk to CW. For an update. Okay, let me raise the volume here.
Making progress. It's nice not having to do all this myself. You can just keep connecting all the trees, all the roots. I gotta finish the plates around the tree. I'll get them connected to my battery. If you ain't already done so, I need that battery cable plugged in. Remember, everything connected.
Okay, lower the volume again. Did he? No, he hasn't moved this stuff yet. Okay, let me do a little searching here. No, that doesn't do anything. All right, I've seen exactly one seed swap device. Oh, okay, right. Take this. Go out that door. So, I love the effect. Okay, so I can't go through here. So I think all I can really do is explore Hunrath, look for more of those seed swap devices. I'm sure I've come across one and I missed it. Is this Farley? Yeah, okay. I'm near the bleeder. Hello. Okay, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. All right. So yeah, that's going to do it for this stream and for today. So yeah, I am excited to be back in Abduction. And so here we are in Qatar. So yeah, this is a good place to stop. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a nice day, have a nice night, and have a good rest of your weekend. All right, take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.